everybody, welcome to my homestead and welcome to my channel. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Igbos of Nigeria in Africa. It seems that a Jewish court has ruled that they are Israelites because this has been disputed for quite some time now. There are many that consider them as having descended from Israel and being Jews. But it looks like in some sense they've received some official status by some rabbis. I'm going to go through this in just a minute here. So this was shared to me by Daniel Malo, which is my friend from Spain. We served in the same mission together, just not at the same time, but we've become friends since I started this YouTube channel. And he shared this tweet with me, and I'm going to show you everything that I found out, okay? So this tweet is from Dumisani Washington. It says, Beit Din, Jewish Rabbinal Court, has declared that the Igbo of West Africa are part of the children of Israel, as the Igbos have known for millennia. This has huge ramifications for Black Americans, as many taken in the transatlantic slave trade were, in fact, Igbo. Now, why would this matter to us as Latter-day Saints? Well, I've done videos on, so I have a playlist about the 10 Lost Tribes, and I've been kind of documenting just like the different groups throughout the world that claim that they're descended from Israel. Some of them are officially recognized, others are not. This is one that I guess up until just recently has not been recognized, but now is. But I'm going to show you exactly what that means. So I've been looking at that. You can check out that playlist. As far as our church goes, Nigeria is actually kind of a powerhouse in the church. Here on this temple map, you can see all the temples that are already constructed or in construction right now or planned in Africa. And in Nigeria, there are 3. The only other African country that has 3 is down here, South Africa. Okay, and then if we look at the actual numbers of church membership by country, so of course we have the United States at the number 1 spot, followed by Mexico, Brazil. These are the only 3 countries that have more than 1 million members. Philippines, probably at some point will reach that number. So if we come down here, so you can see here in this second column, North America, South America, Asia, and then the first African nation that comes up is Nigeria. So they are leading in Africa with 192,000 members of the church there. Okay, so Nigeria is a very significant country in the church. Now, not all of Nigeria are Igbo. There's different tribes there, different peoples. When I was in my mission in Spain, there were a lot of West Africans, especially from Ghana and Nigeria, that were in Spain to work, and we had a lot of success among the Africans from these countries. So I've always found it curious that Nigeria has been so successful in the church, and I speculate that it might be because there's Israelite blood in Nigeria. You know, so anyway, that's why I think that it's significant. Now, it doesn't matter if a Jewish court determines that they're Jewish. That doesn't really matter, but it's just an interesting thing to note. Okay. Now, there are some people down here in the comments that are questioning this. There's this rabbi. Can you share? Sorry, can you share which Beit Din? Can you direct message me? You can direct message me if you prefer. There's this person. I don't know who this is, if this is whatever, but he says, oh, these are just some cranks in Florida. Laugh out loud. Obadiah.com. So the Obadiah Alliance, this is the website, okay, of the organization that approved this, that the Igbos are Jewish. Now, first, what is a Beit Din? Well, over here on Chabad.org, it says, let me switch the cursor, literally a house of law. The Beit Din, also called Beit Din or Beit Din, is a Jewish court of law. The obligation to establish courts of law was given by God in the verse, "Appoint judges and officers in all your gates." And then it kind of goes through the history of what things were like in the Old Testament. Courts today, despite these restrictions, the Beit Din still have an important function today. It adjudicates between feuding individuals, performs conversions to Judaism, and I think that this is where this group of rabbis, this Beit Din, gets their authority. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert on these things, but they perform conversions to Judaism, oversee divorces, and provides guidance to the community. The court rabbis often supervise local eateries and factories, certifying that the food produced there is kosher. So that's what they do today. A judge is called a dayan. A dayan. Okay? So here's the letter from the Obadiah Alliance. And they get their name from the book of Obadiah. And in verse 20, now this is a group of Sephardic Jews, meaning the Jews that were in Spain and Portugal. Okay, there's kind of like the two main branches from what I can tell. There's Ashkenazi Jews, pretty much mostly in the rest of Europe, like Germany, but especially like in the eastern part of Europe. And then you have the Sephardic Jews that were in Spain and Portugal. So in Obadiah 1, verse 20, it says, "And the captivity of this host of the children of Israel shall possess the land of the Canaanites, even unto Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is in Sepharad," which I guess that would be Spain, Portugal, the Iberian Peninsula, which is Zarephath, shall possess the cities of the south. So they're using this scripture kind of as their mission statement for their organization. Just talking about, bringing the Sephardic Jews to to Israel. Okay, so you have this letter, and this is the letter that I guess kind of certifies this idea that the Igbos are in fact Jewish. They are based in Miami, Florida, it looks like. Here you have the name of the judges and the rabbis, right? We just covered the fact that Dayan is like judge. So you have Dayan Jacob Oliveira, Dayan Eliezer Tabor, whatever. And then you have Rabbi Hananiah Cohen. Cohen is a priest. Rabbi Chaim Obadiah. So you have these rabbis, you have these Dayans that are part of this organization out of Florida. And you can read this if you want to, but essentially it answers the question here, are the Igbos considered Israelites? And then the answer is yes. And this letter came out on 12 Shabbat 5782, and if you're not aware what that is, that's the Hebrew year that we're currently in. The month of Shabbat is roughly right this year. It's in January, and so this was on the 12th. So the 12th of Shabbat was the 14th of January of 2022. So this is a recent development. This is only a few weeks ago that this happened. Now, I'm unable to determine, I've tried to look into it, I'm unable to determine how much authority the Obadiah Alliance is. If they're based in Florida, I'm not really sure how all of Judaism is connected together as far as authority. You have the three forms of Judaism, the three main types. You have the Reform Jews, which they're mostly liberal. They don't really take the scriptures literally. They just kind of just maintain their Jewish identity, but they don't really stick to the traditions very much. Or at least very loosely. And then you have the conservatives, which are the more I don't know, just I don't know how to describe it, but like the middle, they're basically, okay. So Reform, right, and then on the other extreme you have the Orthodox, and they're very like letter of the law. They're the ones that wear like the black suits and black hats everywhere they go. So you have those two extremes, and then in the middle are the conservative Jews that wear just like normal clothes, but they do stick to tradition, but maybe not as strictly or literally as the Orthodox Jews do. So given that there's like these kind of like three different divisions within Judaism, I don't really know how much authority the Obadiah Alliance has. I don't know if the rabbis in Israel recognize their authority. I think that maybe they do to some extent, okay, because when you go to their website and you look at the statement here, so mission, to create an alliance that will speak in favor of the Spanish and Portuguese Jews around the world. Vision, train and educate leaders in the Western Sephardi tradition and create centers of learning throughout the Sephardi diaspora. Prepare the Spanish and Portuguese Jews to live in the Holy Land through instruction in agriculture, self-defense, and self-sustainable living. So they prepare people to make aliyah to Israel. Here's the president. This is the one whose name is on the letter. Yehonatan Elazar-DeMota. And then you have these other guys here. Here's the Cohen. Jacob de Oliveira, and then you have, these other guys here. Excuse me. And then the thing that makes me think that they do have authority, possibly, to do this, is the certification of Jewish status. And it says, we are now serving the UK, Canada, USA, and the European Union for the certification of Jewish status. So I do tend to think that they might have some authority. Let's see, letter of endorsement. I didn't see that before. To whom it may concern, Rabbi DeMota, M.A., has specialized as an ethnologist in the study of populations with a Jewish background in the Caribbean. Currently, he is active in a number of areas, whatever. This is from Florida International University. Okay, so take this for what you will, but it seems that at least this Beit Din, the Obadiah Alliance, have recognized the Igbos as Jewish, which may be significant because if Igbos from Africa are able to make aliyah or immigration to Israel, well, we know that Christ is going to be coming to Israel in the last days, and it's prophesied, and it's still ongoing, that Jews will return to their homeland, and that would include, Igbos and anybody else that really is Israelite. So there may be people currently in Nigeria that are meant to make aliyah to Israel. They'll be there, and then they'll meet Christ when he comes to the Mount of Olives and be converted and realize who he is. So that's the potential significance of this, is now possibly having the ability to immigrate to Israel. So it's just interesting how things are happening in the world. We'll just have to keep an eye on it and see if there's any further developments, but I thought that I would bring this to you. Thank you, Daniel Malo, for bringing this to my attention. And if you guys haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, like this video if you liked it. Leave your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. Also make sure to share this, and I'll talk to you guys later.